I'm over further. Now you can't see the blind bucket. Right?
Right.
Okay, but like, I mean, you keep saying you're gonna get another one of those things.
Another one. Yeah, I know, but I don't.
I have to dig that, actually, I got one that'll hold the iPad on a tripod, but we have to dig the tripod in.
Okay, I think we're live. And I'll move this a little way over here.
Yeah, okay, that's
Okay,
okay.
is that fine now?
That's fine.
Good, fine. Okay, hello everybody who's ever here. I'll just get hooked up. And there are 5 people here, but I don't know who it is. Cindy's here. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Jody. And Cindy, Jody, can you tell me, can you hear us okay today? Because we have a new toy. So let us know. Hi, Julie. Hi, Tracy. Cindy says yes, she can hear. So do you think it sounds any better? Any different?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Carol's here. Hi, Carol. Very loud. Julie says it's very loud. I can turn it down, Julie. Let's see. How is that now? Loud tin sound. No, that's for the microphone. That's for the headphones. If you put the headphones, very loud and scratchy. Okay. How's it sounding now? Catherine says hello. It's loud. Okay, I turned it down a little bit. Julie says it sounds tinny.
Oh.
Don't tell me it sounds tinny, because this cost me $200.
Let me just, I'll log on in the bedroom and now.
Jody says much better. Catherine says better. Julie says it's better. Okay, so any suggestions here just for fine tuning it, because this is the first time we've used it and we can't really tell. So we'll see here what you say. Walter's gone into the other room to see what it's like on his computer. It's the location. Better after you moved it. Okay. I moved it a little bit further away from us. What, Walter?
Hang on.
He's still in there fooling around with it. It's a fairly sensitive microphone, so I'm told. It's called a Yeti. And
Keep talking.
okay, Walter wants me to keep talking, so what will I talk about? Well, this microphone is called a Yeti. It's by a company called Blue Tech, and a lot of podcasters and YouTubers use this particular microphone. So I thought it might be better, it might be clearer. Tracy says, I don't care about what it sounds like, I'm just happy to be on a computer after yesterday's system restore disaster. Oh, you'll have to tell us about that, Tracy, in a minute. So Walter is checking this out in the other room. He wants me to keep talking so he can hear what it's like. So what more do you want me to say, Walter? Hello, Walter. Walter? Hello?
Yeah, it sounds okay, but it sounds almost a little muffled to me.
Muffled.
But not muffled in the way that you can't hear it, but it's...
Well, okay. I have it on bi-directional. I can turn it to a different setting. This setting. Okay. There's about 5 settings on this, so you guys can tell us what sounds best. So, this is setting number 1. And Walter's got in the other room to see how it's sounding on his system. Since take advantage of him wanting you to talk. Yeah, right, Cindy. So, Walter, what's it sounding like now in comparison to what it was at originally? Can you tell, Walter? Hello, Walter. Catherine says it's better.
That sounds the same to me.
Catherine says she likes it better. Okay, that was number 1. This is setting number 2. So, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all that kind of stuff. How's that sounding, anybody out there, in comparison to what I just had it on? This is setting number 2. Better, worse, indifferent?
Sounds the same.
What, sounds the same? Okay, well, I'm going to go back with setting 1 then, because Catherine said it was better. Oh, no, Julie says she thinks it's better on 2. So let's try setting number 3. Okay, this is setting number 3. So in comparison to setting number 1, which Catherine seemed to like, and so Walter says sounds the same to me. Jody says it's the same. So, Jody says it's worse, number 3. So, Walter, what do you think? And he's still in there playing around. I don't know what he's doing. Catherine says she likes it on number 2 better than 3.
I can't tell.
Walter can't tell, so he says useless. Okay, so I'm going with the people that are listening to it.
Number 2.
Okay, several think that 3 is worse. Okay, one more setting.
Every time you go to do the setting, it makes a lot of noise when you adjust it by touching the counter.
Well, I have to touch it to turn the knob on the back. Okay, this is setting number 2, which seems to be the one that most of you think is the best one. Julie likes setting 2. Joey says perhaps move it even further back. Okay, I have moved it further back. It's almost back where the iPad is. And it's on number 2, which most people seem to think is better than 3. Okay, Cindy says yes, 2 is better. Jody, what are you thinking now? I did move it back a little bit more away from me. Best so far, Julie says. That move makes a difference. Okay, so are we in agreement then that setting number 2 is the way to go, and everybody's okay?
Actually, I think it's a little better when it's further away.
Well, I moved it just further away now.
Okay, fine.
Everybody is now in agreement that they like this setting. Okay. Okay, so I guess, well, there's a button on the back of it called gain, which is basically the volume. I could turn that down too, but right now, if this is a setting that everybody's happy with.
I mean, we can hear you. It's not like it's.
No, but I want to get my money's worth out of this sucker. I mean,
actually, maybe we should have fooled around with it before we went live. So.
Well, the problem is we can't tell with what they're hearing because I don't know, I guess on your computers. Also, it depends on what people are listening through on their speakers too. So as long as people can hear us, that it sounds half decent, then fine. I debated whether I should buy this.
It does pick up well because when I yelled out of the bedroom, you could hear it.
Okay. Anita's here. Hi, Anita. We're just playing around with the new microphone. So anyways, as I was saying, the new microphone is one that I've seen people who are really into doing podcasts especially, but even a lot of the YouTubers, the high-end YouTubers, seem to use this particular microphone. And it's called a Yeti, and it's by Bluetech. And it was about $170 before tax, Canadian, on Amazon. It was an impulse buy, but I've been thinking about a new microphone, although that little microphone we've used before I think has always been pretty good, and it only cost me $20. But I bought this. Only problem is, it's a USB mic, and so it's supposed to go into your side of your computer and your USB port. Well, we videotape these, as you know, on an iPad. iPad does not have a USB port, so we had to get a connector so that would plug into the Lightning slot. And actually, we tried one method that was recommended on the internet, and that didn't work. And then there was a simpler method. The other one involved a powered USB hub and plugging this in and that, and you'd have all these cords. This one is basically a connection you buy to transfer photos from your camera to your iPad. And apparently it works with audio stuff, and it does, because that's what we're hooked into now. And it's only one little connector, so there's just one little wire like we had before running out of the iPad into the microphone, so that's good. Catherine says, picks up all the sound, hear you crunching well.
Oh.
Oh, geez. Well, we know it's sensitive then, that's sure. You don't need to yell with it, for sure. Okay. I can turn the gain back a little bit. If you think, if we raise it, I have a tendency to speak loudly. So I'll just put that back. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go check it.
Okay, fine.
There you go.
I turned the gain, which is the volume, down just a little bit. So can you tell me again how this is sounding for you? No bodily functions, please. Okay, Cindy, we'll keep that in mind. Maybe I should be eating softer snacks.
Actually, it sounds better.
Yeah, Julie says even better. And Catherine says you sound more natural now. Okay. What's the consensus then? Should I try to turn the gain down a little bit more? Or do you think this is at
you should just leave it.
Did I ask you?
No.
No, I didn't ask you. I'm asking him. Catherine said, okay, everybody's in agreement. They like it at this. Okay, good. That's where it's at. So I will keep a note that I'm at setting number 2. Gain is a quarter. Okay, so we've got it. And we'll leave it. All right. So that was the new toy this week. Well, actually, that's only one of the new toys this week. We'll come to the other new toy in a minute. So what's been happening? Mom, I guess she's fine. I tried to call her before we went on live today, and the phone rang and rang and rang about 12 times, and she didn't pick it up. So it means one of two things. She's not in her room, which is rare, or it means she's got her headphones on watching her TV, and she's got it turned up full blast, so you can't hear the phone. Or 3, she can't find her phone, or it's not within her reach. This happens a lot. And so I called her again 10 minutes later, let it ring, 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 12 times, nothing. So, oh well, I'll try her later on.
Anyway.
What?
Well, anyway, no, your mother can't get to it because remember this week she said that she thought her wheelchair.
Yes. She didn't think, she thought her wheelchair needing adjustment because it was hard to move it. Mom, you have to use your arms to move it. That's where the effort is. I said, well, Mom, you don't have a lot of strength in your upper body. That might be it. But no.
I mean, the wheelchair is designed so that her feet touch the floor so that she can use her feet to move it as well as her arms, right? But she seems to think that all she has to do is think.
Think, move, yeah. No. She has mentioned a few times, now not lately, but she has mentioned before about, oh, there's a few people here with those electric wheelchairs. And
Oh, God forbid.
Oh, God, she'd be killing people on that one. She
Well,
wouldn't figure out how to run that either.
No, and not only that, you get her one, and then she'd decide that she wouldn't want to use it because she's afraid it's going to hit something.
Plus, they don't really like them having them
No.
in the nursing home because they kill each other.
Well, not only that, they're big.
Yes.
And stuff. There are a few people that have them, but actually, I think they're mostly a bit younger people that are there.
Well, ones that are used to a joystick, because most of them run with a joystick.
Yeah, your mother doesn't even.
She doesn't know what a joystick
She can't
is.
even control her TV remotely.
No. But anyways, I guess besides that, she's fine. So now we got the big problem. What together for Mother's Day? So I'm open for suggestions. You have to remember she's in a nursing home, as you know. She doesn't need any clothes. She's got tons of clothes that she doesn't even wear. I mean,
Including underwear.
yeah, including underwear because she's kind of in a diaper. And the other thing too is, I just took her chocolate at Easter. Now we have Mother's Day. Do I get her chocolate again? I mean, she loves chocolate, so yes, I can get her chocolate and she'll inhale that the whole bit. I asked my sister. She didn't have any ideas. She's probably going to give her some flowers because my sister,
Works in a flower shop.
works in a flower shop. So that, So I don't know, but we are going over on Friday. We're going over on Tuesday as we normally do. Although I was thinking maybe we should just go Friday. I don't know. But Tuesday's kind of our day to go. We got tickets to their Mother's Day luau, which we've missed a couple of events that they had special for, families because they only have a limited number of spots. And I didn't think they'd fill in that quick, but they do. So I immediately emailed over and said, can you reserve me 2 tickets, please? I'll pay for them. This was last week when they put that out there. And they said, sure. So we've got those tickets. And it was a good thing because their list was already growing.
Yeah.
And it's not really a lunch. It's right after their lunch. Their lunch, they go in the basement for lunch, which I feel sorry for the people who work there because they have them all lined up in the wheelchairs. They take them down by elevator. The elevator is not very big. They can only cram in about 4 wheelchairs at a time. And so it's a big dilemma for every meal when they have to get them all down to the basement level. Modern, this is an older nursing home. Newer ones have it all on the same floor, and they're smaller groupings the way they do it. It's much more civilized and easier for the staff, I think, and for the residents. But anyways, that's not the situation she has. So this Mother's Day thing is on Friday at 1:15. Well, they go down for lunch at noon, and that's pretty much the tail end of their lunch. So I guess what they figure is, gives them a break. They keep them all down there, keep them entertained for probably about another hour. And I think they're serving snackies. It was $5 a person, limit of 2 people could go. So I got 2 tickets, or 2 reserved spots. I asked my sister, I figured my sister wouldn't be able to go because it's Mother's Day weekend. She's in a flower shop, so, you know, she's going to be up to her eyeballs in Mother Day bouquets and stuff like that. And sure enough, that is the case. So Walter, of course, is going. Much to his chagrin, I am sure.
I don't mind.
I do.
I mean,
Hey, tell you what, why don't you go and I'll just stay home. No. Yeah,
I don't want to go that
that
much.
Oh, okay.
It is your mother.
Mm.
I used to, as I recall, when my mother was in a nursing home, I used to go by myself. I never had anybody come with me.
I went a few times. But I didn't know your mother that well.
Well, I don't know your mother.
You've been around my mother longer than I was around your mother.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, your mother...
Well, when your mother was walking and with your dad, she wasn't too bad, but since she's lost your father.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, so we'll do that on Friday. But now I guess I'm probably just going to wind up getting her some chocolate because, I don't know, unless somebody out there who's been through this or has any suggestions, I'm open to
It
suggestions.
gets to a point where you kind of run out of things to get.
Yeah, I know. Anita says, laugh out loud, those electric ones are dangerous in nursing homes. And Julie says her wheelchair is electric. And Cindy says, what's her favorite meal? Nothing. Because she complains about everything she eats.
Well, no, her favorite meal is chocolate. Or actually, I did think of something
Oh,
the other
did you?
No, not to get her, but the other day. You know when she complains about her food, right?
Mm-hmm.
She complains about Brussels sprouts, or she complains about the meat, or she complains something. You never ever hear her complain about dessert.
Oh no, my mother loves her sweets. No, she never complains about dessert. She
The
loves
only
her
time
sweets.
she complained about dessert was at Thanksgiving. They got pumpkin pie and she didn't get any whipping cream on it.
Yeah, well, she said they were almost rioting down there because none of them got whipping cream and they were expecting whipping cream. I don't know. Whatever. But she really doesn't have a favorite food as such.
Probably didn't get whipping cream because most of them are probably lactose intolerant.
Tracy says, oh, Tracy, you are funny. I'm assuming you're being funny. Get her a handheld game system. You know why that's funny, Tracy? And nothing, no reflection on you for the suggestion. Yeah, that would be a great idea if she could manipulate something like that. But she can't. She can barely use the remote control on her television set.
The phone is a challenge for her too. She just has to know how to hang it up and to answer it. And
You don't
she
have to
still
put your
can't
voice
figure-
so loud.
Oh, can't.
Probably,
She can't figure out how to do that either. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and so she'd never figure that out. And part of the problem there is she's never want to learn technology. I mean, back in the days when she was at home, my father was fine and everything like that. My dad had a computer. My dad would be after her to learn how to use the computer, to do just basic stuff like word processing, email. She says, nope, I don't want to know how to use that. It's not my cup of tea. So what are you going to do? So no way is that going to work.
And the problem is nowadays is that if you don't learn technology to some degree, then you get left behind.
Now, Carol's got an interesting idea here, which I have mixed reactions with. She says, make her a mini album with old family pictures in it and label who everyone is. I have made her an album in the past. She has several that I've made over the years. Back, though, of course, that was before she was ever in the nursing home and stuff like that. I could do that, but here's the problem with it. One, she would look at it when I gave it to her and it'll just sit on a shelf in her room, get bashed around by the staff, it'll get thrown into a closet, she'll never see it again, she won't ask for it again, because the ones she had when she was in the apartment, she never looked at those. Even back in the days when both her and my dad were out and about and everything, I've made them several albums of the grandkids, of their wedding anniversary, stuff like that. Those
Well,
never got looked
one
at.
thing she doesn't have any memory issues that we know of.
No, there's nothing wrong with my mother's memory. It's fine with it. So that is a good idea, but I just know it's going to be wasted. Does she have one of your quilts? Yes, she does. She has a small bed runner that I made her. And I may make her another one, a bigger one. But right now she's using quilts that were handmade by my grandmother, and they're beautiful quilts. And they're probably 50 years old, or maybe older than that, all hand done, because it was before people got into machine quilting and all that. So it's all hand quilted as well and that. And she really likes those quilts. So I switch them out every so often when I think, okay, it's time, I should take that one home and wash it, because I don't want the staff there washing them, because they'll kill it. They'll kill them.
Yeah, they bake all the clothes.
Yeah. So I just recently switched out the Bird of Paradise or Tree of Paradise quilt that my grandmother had made many years ago for another one that I think it's one of those Sunbonnet Sue ones. I think that's what they call it. And she's happy with that. I mean, I will make her another quilt. Actually, what I'm thinking of making her, but I won't get it done for Mother's Day, is she has a double door closet that holds everything pretty much. But it's kind of stark on the outside. It's very industrial looking. I thought maybe I'd make a couple of, colorful quilted wall hangings that would fit, hang them from each panel door, so they'd be about the width of a table runner in length. I thought maybe I would do that. That would just brighten up her end of the room, kind of a thing, and, whatever. So I am thinking of doing that, but those, I haven't even started those. I don't know when I'll get them started, and definitely will not be ready for Mother's Day coming up this weekend. Carol says, understand, Steve, wasn't sure how good her memory was. Yeah, I mean, it's a great suggestion.
Yeah, actually, it's good, especially if your memory's failing. But I don't think her memory's failing.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's failing at all with her. She is, though, lately been
A bit dottery, I guess.
But I haven't contacted the nurse practitioner yet just to see if they've noticed any changes. I mean, they took her off 2 medications. Actually, there were medications she wasn't even on. One was melatonin.
Or they weren't giving it to
They
her.
weren't giving them to her, so they called me up and said, we're just going to remove those because we're not using them. I said, fine. Less medication, the better, I think. So Catherine said, something hanging on her wall, and that's what I was saying about the wall hangings, yeah. Audiobooks, Anita says. No, she's a visual.
It's her TV set or nothing.
Yeah.
And even on her TV set, she only watches one channel.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's another really good suggestion.
That sounds good. But
Yeah.
I don't think
she won't. Well, one, she's got to play it on something.
And she can't manipulate.
She doesn't have a computer. She doesn't have an iPad. All she has is TV. She did have an iPad for a little while. Back when she went into the apartment, my sister got her one, and she couldn't. She was checking it for the weather, and then she'd let it run down, and she didn't know how to charge it back up. I showed her thousands of times. Now the thing is, my mother's not a stupid woman. Okay, this is what frustrates me, and it has nothing to do with her age or the ability that she doesn't have the ability to walk and that kind of stuff. She has a good memory. She could learn, but for my mother, that's effort, and she doesn't want to put any effort into anything. So she refuses to try something new. She refuses to do anything at all.
Including move her wheelchair.
Yeah.
They've showed her how to move her wheelchair and everything. Now she blames it on she says everybody else's wheelchair moves much more easily.
Yeah.
Well, how does she know that? Has she gotten into the other chairs?
Hers is a brand new wheelchair. It's a custom one. It's a good wheelchair. I've sat in it, and it practically rolls on its own.
It's almost effortless to move it. Mm-hmm. But it's with your feet, you can sit on there and just barely touch your feet, and it moves, right?
What she wants is somebody to push her around all the time and do all the work. When we're over there, and it's getting time for her to be in the lineup for lunch, I'll say to her, so Mom, do you want me to push you out in the hall? Okay. Any opportunity. So, what else? Adult coloring book, magnifying glass, handheld fan, pajama pant top set, lotion, deck of cards. Okay. Adult coloring book, my sister got her one of those a couple of years ago at Christmas with a box of pencil crayons and the whole bit. Never saw the light of day. It sat in an end table in her living room. She never opened it. She never touched it. She said, that's not my cup of tea. Magnifying glass, there's nothing wrong with her eyes. She has exactly the same eyes as I do because we both had cataract surgery. We had the lenses put in. She has to wear glasses for really close up. So, handheld fan. My mother's
Never cold, never.
well,
hot.
she's never. My mother
Might
is
be hot in the summertime.
It could
because
be
that
hot
place
in the
doesn't
summer.
have air conditioning.
But the problem with that is you'd have to do this, right? And she doesn't do this. If she had a couple of viral Nubians with big feather fans peeling her a grape and doing that, that would be fine. She'd like that. Pajama pant top set. She's got stuff like that. She's got clothes in her closet that have never been worn. My sister got her some stuff at Christmas last year, her birthday. Never been worn at all. And when you get her something, she complains about the way it fits as well. So,
Or she doesn't like the color.
Or she doesn't like the color. I've had her pick out stuff from the Silverts catalog. Silverts is a place that creates comfortable clothing for people that are in this situation. And it's kind of stylish, as stylish as it can be for a nursing home, I guess. I mean, it's not something you're going to wear to a cocktail party, but it's comfortable and it's supposedly, easy to get on, easy to get off, all that kind of thing. She ordered her own from it. Like, she told me what she wanted. I gave her the catalog. She pointed out some stuff. I got it. We ended up taking some of it back.
We took almost all of it back. The only thing she kept was underwear.
Yeah, the only thing she kept was the underwear.
And socks.
Yeah, and she didn't really like the color of that.
It didn't like the way it fit.
Oh.
And your sister went out and bought some stuff, some clothes around Christmas time one time. Just not too long ago, not last Christmas, but Christmas before or whatever, before she got to the nursing home. And your mother, she didn't like it.
No.
But she didn't tell your sister.
No.
She just didn't like it.
Lotion. Well, she has lotion there, and she doesn't use it.
Wow.
And they provide stuff there too, but
Yeah, I know. I don't think they.
I don't think they provide like a luxurious.
Well, it's an
line.
idea. I mean,
Yeah, it is an
think about
idea.
it.
But we've gotten
we're
her.
buying all your stuff, but that's there's problems with what you can get her. So that's like there's lots of good suggestions, but
We got her some Aveeno
yeah.
because she wanted some, and so we got her this Aveeno. And back when she was in the hospital, she never used it.
Well, see, part of the problem there
I think she still got
is that it would mean that she would have to get it out of the drawer and apply it, or ask the nurse to apply it. But she won't.
She won't ask them to do that, or even to get it in the drawer for her. She doesn't.
You know,
No,
even like with
here.
all my wheelchairs not moving properly, our suggestion was talk to the physiotherapist.
Yeah, a deck of cards. Well, they have cards there. My mother used to play cards. She used to belong to a euchre club back in the day. And, a bunch of ladies, they all get together, have snacks, drinks, and play cards and stuff like that. And I think they got together once a month or something for this progressive euchre or whatever they called it, and the whole bit. And she always seemed to like that. But in the last few years, she doesn't play cards at all. I imagine they have card games there that they could play, but she won't go to that. And there's nobody to play with. I mean, Doris, I don't think her roommate is not.
They have lots of things to do in the nursing home, but she usually doesn't take.
She doesn't
part in
usually
any of
take
them.
part in anything. So that's the other problem. But I thank you for the suggestions. Tracy says, just get flowers then, or an edible arrangement, or singing telegram. That would shock her, wouldn't it? A singing telegram.
How about a stripogram?
Oh, God.
Wow.
She'd have a lot of people in her room for that
Yeah.
one. Oh, yeah, take it off, honey. Here's $1.
I was going to say male stripogram.
Something for us. But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
She,
What about kinds of fruit and stuff like she likes?
doesn't eat fruit.
Oh.
you know my mother.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
She doesn't eat a fruit. Even
She
trying
was
to get.
talking about eating oranges and stuff.
Well, yeah, that was the kick a week ago. Now she's probably going to tell us, so well, Mom, how are you doing with those oranges? I asked my sister about that thing for peeling oranges that Tupperware used to have, and I don't know if my sister had one anymore or not.
She had one, but she said they're hard to
manipulate. To manipulate. Well, yeah, and I'll bet you the next time when we're over there, say, Mom, so are you still eating oranges? And she'll probably go, oh, I'm off those. I just got sick of those. And that's the other thing that happens to my mother. She tends to go on binges, and then she gets sick of it and has to move on to a new binge.
Yeah, like we were getting her Werther's candies for a while, and then next thing you know, she was sick of Werther's candies.
Yeah, but she hasn't had those in a long time. So that might be something. I
Yeah.
could get her some of those, too.
Maybe get her some, instead of chocolate, some other kinds of candies or something. But not
Yeah.
a lot of them.
No, because she'll, yeah. Catherine says she's stubborn. Oh, yes, she is that. Tracy says, that's my mom, the narcissist. She was 45 and didn't want to learn to hook up her VCR, and she had her boyfriend do it. Yep. Anita says, smart like a fox, by refusing to learn makes you more to do more. You know what I mean. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's exactly her plan. Yeah, there's a plan here. This isn't just her being a decrepit old lady or anything. No, she has a plan. Oh, and then Catherine says, items like that disappear in the nursing home. Oh, yes. A massage. Oh, no. My mother does not like being touched. And I know how that feels because I'm kind of the same way by people I don't know. I had a massage once in my life, did not enjoy it. Of course, part of it was because they were sticking hot rocks down my pants. Yeah. I'm not a fan of massages. I don't like somebody. I know everybody says they're very good for you and they're very therapeutic and it makes you really relax and help and blah, blah, blah. But I just don't like to be particularly touched. And my mother's the same way. This must be where I got it from. A battery-operated massager. Again, she would have to turn it on. She would have to use it.
She can't lift anything. She can't
lift anything.
Can't even lift a hairbrush.
No, she doesn't have muscle tone at all because she's let her muscles atrophy. So, yeah.
But I mean, now she's even complaining. The physiotherapist come in and tries to get her to stand, right? Or for a short period of time to keep her circulating or the blood circulating. And she's going, well, I don't know why they're doing that because I'm not going to walk again. And I guess she doesn't even try. And a lot of times, if it's a day that the physiotherapist is coming, she's in bed.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want to do it.
Yeah. And, Carol says, is it possible to take her out to eat on Mother's Day, a nice place where she won't like anything on the menu? Joke. She says, we had this fleeting thought that when the weather got nicer, there was a little restaurant, just kind of kitty corner away from the nursing home. We'd roll her over there and take her out for lunch. Here's the problem. She barely feeds herself at times. You take her out, she'll want to go right back as soon as possible. What happens if she needs to go to the bathroom?
You can't get her out.
We can't do that. We can't. And the washroom in this little family-run restaurant doesn't have the facilities to handle all of that, even if we could manage it. So, yes, I get the idea. We just can't do it. We just can't do it. I mean,
we have thought about like at when it's her birthday.
Well, geez, top that up with limoncello.
Well, okay.
Holy crap.
I'm sorry, I was...
That isn't the champagne.
No,
that's the liqueur.
Yeah.
Good. Trying to get me drunk and take
Yeah.
advantage of me? Yeah, that'd be the day. Oh, we're frozen.
Oh.
Aw, crap. Okay, people, we are frozen
We're gonna
again.
have to turn it off and turn it back on again.
I think, okay, people, we're frozen. I hope you can hear us. We are going to go offline and come back on. I hope we don't lose you all, but we might, so we're just going to, we're going to have to do this.